Friday, everybody. This is Facebook Friday. I'm with the Orange Stack. My name's Eric, and we are out here looking over the lagoon again today. This is kind of a beautiful shot. The sun finally decided to come out this summer here in Carlsbad, so we're out here enjoying the sun. It's bright. I tried to get my normal view in here, but the sun was kind of changing it. So today, we are talking about testing your marketing, right? So the first question is, how many people actually test their marketing? You know, what are you doing for your marketing? I want to talk about some of the team players that you have on your team and what they're doing to handle your marketing, and what are some of the things that you can be testing and trying out and playing with different methods and strategies and phrases and just how you approach your marketing. So got my little note card here, let's just jump right into it. So always be testing. Okay, so the first one, I want to talk about a couple different people on your team and see who handles these things and maybe give them some suggestions on things to consider with their marketing testing. So number one, who handles conversions on your team? Okay, so when you get somebody who's a lead, who handles converting that to an actual transaction? Who's the one that actually gets that person converted over to a potential client? You know, a lead is different than a client, obviously, somebody who's closed business with you or done some work with you. Who's the person that's responsible for getting that lead converted over? Maybe you have different scripts and dialogues that go along the way. So as you get a call for a product or a service or something that you offer, how does that script go? You know, what do you say to that person on the phone to say, would you like to meet with our team? Would you like to have us come over and give you a consultation on this? I'm trying to be pretty general here so it doesn't apply to too many businesses, so you can apply it to your own business. But basically, who's the one that captures that first lead and converts them over to somebody who's ready to set an appointment with you and actually meet with you and do business with you? Okay, number two, who does your marketing and automation for your email, right? So you probably have an email list that goes out to a couple hundred, if not several thousand people. Hopefully you're mailing them every week or at least every other week to get them some type of content information in front of them, things that can engage with them and remind them who you are and what you do in your business. So who's in charge of that automation? You know, number one, what's your click rate? Do you know how many people actually open your email every week? How many people click the links in your emails, watch the videos? How much time is watched of the video? If you have a different phrase in your subject line, have you tested that? Something to consider. So let's just say you have 1,000 emails that go out. Maybe we'll call it 100 because some people have small lists. If you have 100 emails that go out, 50 of them should have one message and 50 of them should have a different message every single week. You should test the different messages. Maybe one pulls better than another. Maybe a different picture pulls better than another. Maybe you send one on a Tuesday, you send one on a Thursday. Different days of the week matter to different clients. So always be testing your email program. You know, what's working, what's generating more clicks. I mean, obviously it's great to have something going out, at least you're doing that, but what can you do to test the different things that go out? And who's doing that for you? Somebody should be doing that for you. Number three, who does your social media conversions to appointments? So if you're engaging with people on social media and they're following your business and they like your brand and they're asking you questions, who's actually engaging with these people to convert them to an appointment? So if somebody reaches out to you and says, hey, I'm really interested in this, do you guys offer that? How much is it for this? The response back should be like, yes, we do that, or is that important to you? When would you like to meet with us about providing this service to you? What you say in that script is what I'm talking about testing. So how you close them, how you ask them questions, how you engage them. Is it better to have this type of a personality on that kind of conversation or that type of personality? So be testing these different things. Number four, right? Yeah, number four. Who tests your Facebook campaigns? So this is probably one of the biggest mistakes that I see businesses make. If they're going to spend money on Facebook, they usually run one ad and they run it for 10, 15, 20 days and they just let it go on autopilot. That's not how Facebook works. And that's probably the biggest amount of people that say, I tried Facebook, Facebook's great, but it doesn't work for me. The problem is that most people don't spend the time to produce a whole bunch of different campaigns, right? You need to put out 20, 30, 40 different types of ads to see what resonates with your database. So do I put out this message to 20 to 30 year olds? Do I try that message to 40 to 50 year olds? Do I put a picture of this person? Do I put a picture of that house? Do I try this message? Do I post it during the daytime, during the nighttime? How long do I run it? What do I offer as value in my message? You need to always be trying different campaigns all the time. I mean, tons of them at a time, just to see what's working for you and your business. If you're running an open house as a real estate agent and you're trying to get traffic to your open house, do you market to families? Do you market to single couples with no kids? Do you market to people with this type of a job? Do you market to that type of an income level? You know, for every product that you sell, you should have dozens of different ads on Facebook trying to see which one's best. And you don't have to spend $100 on each of them. You could spend $5 on one and $8 on another and $3 on this one. You know, just gauge and feel it, and then shut them down if they don't work. If you realize that I'm getting, clicks at 10 cents per click on one ad and it's $1 per click on another ad, drop the $1 per click. Put all your eggs in that X basket and just keep dropping and adding them as you go. So that's a great way to test out Facebook, and that's really the beauty of it. If you spend $10,000 and put up a billboard on this busy road, you get one shot. You're probably not going to be buying 2 billboards to see which one works. Maybe month after month you can change it, but that's an expensive option. Facebook is so affordable to try out different ads and run them up for a couple hours, take them down, put up something else. So consider that. The next one, who's responsible for testing your direct mail? So hopefully you're still doing some type of a direct mail campaign if you have that type of a database. Maybe there's a message that you send out monthly. Maybe it's a thank you card. Maybe it's, just thank you for close of business. Maybe it's, here's some upcoming things that are going on in our society. Whatever it is, who's testing your direct mail? Maybe people want to see schedules. Maybe people want to see pictures. Maybe they want to know what's going on in the town that you live in. You got to test that stuff. You always have to A/B test these kind of mail campaigns. So if you send out 500 pieces of mail, try 250 one way and 250 another. See how many clicks you get to your website. See how many phone calls you get from this. Track the results. You got to know where things are going. Don't just send out your mail and hope that you get results and hope that somebody calls or clicks. You got to track these things, because if you're spending thousands of dollars a month on some type of a campaign but you don't know the results that it's getting, you have no idea how much that money is actually bringing back to you. Maybe you're spending money on mail and you're doing great on a return on your campaign, and you're spending money on Facebook, but there's no money coming back. You got to test those things and see which one makes more sense. Maybe move some of that to another marketing campaign. Okay, next one. Who follows up and nurtures every lead? We kind of talked about this a little bit ago, but you probably get a ton of leads in your business. Hopefully you're getting leads in your business. If you don't, let's start with how you get your leads. But if you're getting leads, who's nurturing the I'm not quite ready to buy from you or do work with you until they are? You'll probably get some people who call up just asking questions and wanting to know pricing and planning ahead. Some people don't need to make a decision today. They're 6 months out from buying a car, buying a house, or having their home remodeled. They want time to think it over. So who follows up with those people over the next 6 months? Who stays in top of their mind and keeps sending them pieces of material and keeps answering the questions that they have? That's very important. So again, back to that, what pieces of mail do you send? Do you send them something weekly? Do you gauge it on, if they're out 6 months, maybe we send them something monthly until it gets to the month that they're ready. Don't just wait for 6 months, pick up the phone and be like, hey John, you said 6 months, it's been 6 months, let's go. He probably already did something sooner. Most of the time people way over exaggerate how long they're ready until they're ready to move forward with you. So who's following up with the leads? Okay, last one, this is a good one. Who's in charge of making things look pretty? That's a simple one. Who's in charge of making things look pretty? We have someone on our team who their position is literally making things pretty. It's dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's, making sure that the picture matches that message, making sure that the blog goes out on a certain day, making sure that the email goes out, right? Just doing these things to make it look pretty, double checking our work. That's so important. And this all goes back into the startup versus the ongoing business. If you're trying to do all these things and you're a solopreneur, you need to start hiring out some of these positions and helping your team grow. Maybe it's just you and you're by yourself and you're trying to do everything right now. Pick one of those items that I just went over and find somebody that you can outsource to 5-10 hours a week and say, hey, can you take this over? Can you track my email open rates? Or can you track our Facebook conversions? Or can you see how many emails we're getting opened? Just run with these numbers and know what they are and track them so that you can look at them later and you don't have to spend all the time to do it, but you still know the results. You need to start thinking growth mentality and what's next? What am I planning for? What do the next 6 months look like in my business? And start expanding your team to cover these things. You can't do them all, so don't try to. Find somebody out there who can help you. Okay, this is kind of a different message than we've done in the past, but I hope this helps you in your business. I hope that you're on a growth mentality if that's where your business is going. Hopefully you're not plateaued, level out. maybe you're trying to sell your business and do something different. But either way, my name's Eric. I'm with the Orange Stack. We try to get these messages to you every single week, Friday mornings at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So if you're getting this video on YouTube or a newsletter or something like that, be sure to check in on Facebook Live Friday mornings at 10 o'clock. So we will see you next week. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.